Hey guys, what's going on? It's Rick here. Hope you all are having a great day. Just want to make a quick video on a few things that I picked up from a estate sale probably close to about a month ago. I got a bunch of rail cars, and then I also picked up two buildings, and something I don't have here is several really old, from like I think the 40s or 50s, magazines and books and stuff related to railroads. So that was kind of cool, but I have those kind of packed away now, so I won't be able to show those. But I want to show you guys a quick look at some of the stuff here I got. As you can see here, I got a bunch of like gondolas, got some box cars, and I think I got one flat car that's back here. And these obviously need to be cleaned up. They aren't in the best shape, but it's kind of nice because it gives them more of a weathered look. And there's all kinds of different road names on these. The only thing I noticed is they have these connectors on here, and I've never seen these before, so hopefully maybe some of you guys out there in the model railroading community can help me out and let me know exactly where these came from, because like I said, I don't know exactly. Like I said, I picked these up at an estate sale, and so these probably are, who knows how old they are. And they all pretty much have plastic trucks and plastic wheels, and then they have these connectors on them. So you know, and I don't know exactly what I'm going to use these for. They probably won't go on the main, train layout itself. I mean, they'll be on the layout, but they won't be, probably used. Unless I know I can get some Kadee couplers for these. And most of them have the screw in, where they're screwed in, so I can probably take these off and put the boxes and the couplers on there. But depending on what, that's all going to cost, it might not be worth it, considering I can just go out and buy, a brand new, rail car for basically the price of what I'd pay to switch all these over. But I thought they were kind of cool, and maybe something I might have on a shelf, around in the train room here once I move into the new place and I have a big area to put all this stuff. But I mean, they're nice. Like I said, they definitely need to be cleaned up. And I got some of these type of cars here. It's the Rock Island, and like I said, they really need to be cleaned up. And I paid $2 or $3 for each of the cars, and then the buildings were $5 each, so I think it was a good deal for what I got. And the magazines themselves, I think, were like $1 a piece, so that wasn't bad. And some of them have, I don't know if I can even get this off of here. Like I said, these connectors are kind of a pain. Some of them have loads that are in them, but they're not the greatest. But I mean, I can always add some more on top of that. I mean, the detail on the cars themselves isn't bad. It's just the biggest thing on them is these connectors. I'm not even too worried about the plastic trucks on them, but the connector's kind of a big deal. So like I said, there's no real names or anything or dates that I can see on any of these cars, so I don't know exactly when these were made, who made them, but they're, for the most part, they're in pretty good condition for how old that they probably are. And like I said, for what I paid, $2 or $3 a piece, I think it was worth it. Missouri Pacific. Like I said, I got some of these box cars here, and they have the sliding doors. And most of these actually also have weights in them. So, they got some good weight on them to keep them on the track and everything. And they had a bunch more of them, but I pretty much could only hold, what I got here. And I had them in like a bag, so I didn't want to put too many in there and damage them, any more than what they possibly would have been damaged already. See, we got, I really like the Santa Fe one here. And from what it looks like, these are probably, if I had to guess, maybe 60s or 70s vintage schemes on here. And these buildings here, like I said, they're not the greatest condition. They need some work, but as a far back background building, in the very far corner of the layout, I think they would work. Maybe turn them into some kind of abandoned complex or something. This looks like it was like a gravel or a coal mining type building here. And these are all handmade. They're all wood and paper type buildings here. You got a little trough there for going into loading in the cars. And like you say, you can have 2 tracks that go underneath there. So they definitely need to be cleaned up and repaired. I haven't done anything to these. This is basically how I picked them up. They were in the basement. And like I said, they got some water spots and everything on them, but it adds kind of some weathered visual appeal to them. And then this is like a corner kind of, it's got a kind of crazy angle to it there, but this looks like it was like a refrigerated storage type building. There's no windows or anything. It's got a small loading dock there. and the brick. And these were all from what I got. I think there was a guy there, and I don't know if he said he knew him or he just knew of the layout. And he pretty much said that these were all handmade by him. I had a bunch more, but a lot of them were falling apart, and they were just smaller buildings that I really didn't have much use for. And I really don't have much use for these, but I figured, you know what? I was going to take them and, you know, try to give them a new life, you know, kind of continue on the hobby. And I think that that the person who had these originally would have appreciated that. So that's basically what we picked up. I don't think there's anything else really. That's you know, got a Norfolk and Western, got a Rio Grande, and then we got here's a Northern Pacific, and you know, we got Illinois Terminal, Lehigh Valley, Everywhere West, CB and Q, Union Pacific, Peabody, Union Pacific, C&O, Rock Island, Wabash, ATSF, Pennsylvania. So they got all kinds of different road names. And what I was kind of thinking is I want to have a coal, if I can get this off, well, you guys can see it here, but this Peabody Shortline, I believe it's Walthers makes these cars still. And they look exactly like this from what I can tell. And I'm wanting to have a coal mining kind of area, coal processing and whatnot on the layout. I don't know exactly where, how big it'll be, how I'm going to set it up. But I'm going to do kind of a Midwest theme because I'm from St. Louis area. And so I'm thinking about getting a few more of these Peabody Shortline cars and having these. I'm wanting to do the coal mine as a Peabody coal mine because that's a company that I think was based in St. Louis, but I believe that they moved just a few years back to another state. But they have a Peabody, I think it's a coal mine or some kind of headquarters place that was in St. Louis, might even still be. So I'm wanting to do something kind of like that. So I'll have probably a short little like switcher engine type thing, and then I'll have like a few of these Peabody cars, and I might even, depending, like I said, on how much it would cost to change all these over for the couplers and the work and everything, because I think these cars here at my local hobby store from the Walthers are like $17 a piece. So I mean, I think the couplers for a pair are like $5 to $10 plus the wheel sets and everything, so I'd be paying more to upgrade these. So I might just have these as, you know, being on an abandoned section of the railroad. And then this Peabody car here, I might have it as an old damaged car and have it off somewhere on a you know, abandoned siding somewhere, you know, and just have it kind of sitting there. And some of these actually have pretty decent gravel loads in them. They, you know, add weight, and I think there's actually a metal weight below that too. And all the box cars, from what I can see, except for this Santa Fe and the Canadian Pacific one, all have the opening doors on them, which is cool. So I mean, you know, I can always turn these into like a little storage type of thing somewhere, you know, off, you know, in a field somewhere next to a building or something like that, and have maybe the door open, have a ladder coming down or a little platform coming off them or something like that. So, I mean, there's definitely going to be some use to these, or like I said, I might just end up cleaning them up, and I might just have them as kind of a, you know, historical piece, you know, have a shelf going, you know, around the room, and just kind of having some of these sitting up there, just kind of showing the old style of things. But like I said, the biggest thing for me is if anybody has any information on who might have made these cars. Like I said, I don't see any markings or anything, and you can see here, this one, this is where the weight is here. But I mean, there's decent detailing on them, and like I said, I paid $2 or $3 a piece for each of these, so I think it was worth it. They're in pretty good shape for how old they are, I think. Got some detail there. But biggest thing, like I said, is I want to find out about these couplers. I looked on the Walthers site, and I can't really find any like this. So if you guys could help me out, I mean, they're basically just like a you know, round area, you know, oval type area there, and then they have this little hook that drops down. So I can imagine once you have these on the layout, they're kind of a pain to get on, you know, together and take them apart and everything. So yeah, like I said, if you guys could help me out with that. But other than that, that's what I got. Just want to show you guys. Me and the girlfriend, we go to estate sales all the time. So if I find anything else that I think you guys might be interested, or if you guys just want maybe me to make a series of videos, you know, my estate sale hauls for whatever day it might be, and show you guys what I get. My girlfriend's really into, well, I'm into as well, vintage car ads, which I don't know if I have one. close that I could show you. No, all these are bigger ones, but yeah, I like to take ads and everything, and I know there's another person, Retro Old School, I think his channel name is. I don't know if you guys have heard of him. He does some car related videos and artwork and stuff like that, but he does kind of like what I like to do, which is take old car ads and train ads and factories and stuff like that and put them in frames, maybe paint the frames black or depending on what you got. Add some matting in there to fit the photo itself, and then, you know, put it up. So something cool, you know, you get a mix of new and old and everything like that. And I really like metal signs as well. I have several around the hobby room. Once I clean this up before I move, I might make a video, which I can't believe as long as I've been here I haven't made a video of the whole hobby room yet. I think I made one when I first moved in before I brought anything in, so if you want to check that out, you can see how big the room is itself. But it is a mess. My hobby table is covered in stuff. I'll show you guys, make another Rick's Workbench video and show you guys that. But I don't want to drag this out any longer. Just want to show you guys that. Let me know what you think. Like I said, the couplers is basically what I'm asking. If you guys have any ideas or anything like that, feel free to let me know. You know, leave a comment below the video. Please rate the video. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Lots of videos to come. Lots of reviews. I got about 10 of them that are on the burner right now, waiting. I got to edit them and post them. You know, put them up on the channel there so you guys can see them. And yeah, guys, I guess that's about it. So you guys all have a great day, and I will talk to you real soon.